guys, I am here again to ask people what is their own definition of love. Is it based on feelings or is choice? My name is Abigail and this is Universal Worship Network. What do you think love is? Do you think it's a feeling or a choice?
It's a choice.
I think both. Okay. It's both a choice and a feeling.
Love is a choice that moves to feeling.
Love is, to me, is passion. Yeah, to me, it's passion.
Love is a feeling. You have to feel loved. I don't think it's a choice.
You understand? Because you have to choose it first before you can feel it.
I feel it's both. You can feel loved, and it's also a choice to love someone. They are like intertwined, I guess. Yeah, you can feel loved. I mean, that's the only way you can tell that someone loves you. You are feeling the love that, okay, this person loves me. She expresses the love, then you feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a thing of the heart, so it's felt. And it's also a choice to love people. I can decide to, yes, I want to love this person. I decide not to love this person. So it's kind of works hand in hand.
For this present generation, it's more like lost on everything. So it's depending on who, like you as a person, for you to know, like it's up to you. It's either your choice to love someone or your choice to play with someone's emotion because of past relationships, or it's up to you to like try to find if you're going to get like actually find what you want.
You have to be out feelings for you to sacrifice in anything in relationship.
Initially, most times, you know, the way we are used to is that we feel something. We see somebody that we're attracted to and we feel a kind of attraction. I think to some extent we can call that, you know, like the basic level of love, right? But it gets to a point where those feelings fade, and then the only thing that can keep the relationship or friendship even, you know, is the choice to continue despite the fact that you don't feel the way you felt like at the initial stage. So I think it's both ways. So both the feeling and the action of choice.
You can actually love someone, and it might get to some situations and some particular situation, and you might run away.
I mean, that's where choice comes.
So yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Yeah, choice. Yeah.
So what will you describe the kind of love that is being displayed in this current and present generation? I mean the Gen Zs.
This generation love, I think it's material love.
In this Gen Z, of course I'm in the Gen Z generation, but the kind of love that's going on out there now is, to me, it's not really this love of choice. To me, it's love of feeling like, oh, let's enjoy that moment for the time being, and you know, yeah, I'll just move on. So if I don't have that feeling anymore, you know, jump to another person again. Once that feeling is not there, jump to. So I think that's the kind of Gen Z. But in this same Gen Z, there's some kind of school love that is based on choice.
For lack of words, I'll say this is a secular type of love, where it involves sex and you know, intimacy of such. I don't think that's the necessary way to display. But I've been to a few countries and I've seen how they treat regardless of your race. I've seen how they treat the old ones. To me, that's first class type of love, where you have a system that takes care of the weak and the old. So regardless of what date it is tomorrow, we need to practice such a love regardless what date it is tomorrow, where you're from. We need to love each other. Where you see somebody down, whether it's close to you or not, if it's bold enough to walk up to you, you express that kind of love to him. Yeah.
I mean, this generation is f***ed up. Before you find love, there's like, it's like a 98% chance of you finding. The remaining two is just there.
So you think that there is a price tag attached to love in this generation?
Not necessarily. It depends on the lady. Most of these ladies now, sorry to say, they are owing around. So they are still, you know, trying to, I don't know, trying to do what their peers are doing. So like, you get me?
Personally, yeah, I have not really explored the love scene like that, but what I've seen, I would say it's more like transactional. But basically, love is about sacrifices too. So, but what is common nowadays is transactional. You have to like give in something to be loved, especially from my own gender view. She get so that's the way we really get to be loved. You have to like
give you something to be loved in return.
Okay, so there's a price tag.
Exactly, most of the time. That's what I was saying. This generation, I'm not speaking based on my experience. I'm thinking on like what I've seen. Yeah, stories on social media, on the internet, and all of those things. Yeah, so that's the love we are in this generation.
I think mostly is we're in the generation of feelings. You know, that's why Twitter is like messed up because everybody's in their feelings. Everybody's just shouting and you know everybody's feeling like they're being attacked and all of that. But anyway, so like it's more focused on feelings now. You know, and I think that has contributed to like a lot of like messiness in relationships in the sense that you see somebody that you are attracted to them physically. You don't know anything about them, you don't know how they think, you know, and then, you know, from that physical attraction, maybe you go on a date or two and then you think you found your match. 4 months down the line, you realize, oh, this person has some trauma or I have some trauma that this person has brought out, and then it's like, oh shoot, like what are we going to do? So at that point in time is when we are supposed to now choose and say, okay, based on the other things that are not feeling based, does this person fit the kind of person I want to spend the rest of my life with? And then you now choose at that point. But we usually don't get to that point. When we reach 4 months, we're like, oh shoot, this person is not my person, and you leave that one and go to the next one, feel the same thing for 2 months, the butterflies die, no choice, and then you keep going.
It's more like erotic love because with the way things are going, this is our current century, people are basically how will I put it? Everybody has like, they don't just love because they want to love.
Okay.
They love because they in fact now love is a business.
Okay, yeah. So you think there is a price tag to love someone?
No price tag.
I mean, if it's transactional, that means there's a price tag attached to love. When you want to love someone, you have to
something like that.
Okay.
But for me, I don't believe in that kind of love.
Okay.
I believe in 70-30, 100-0. But this, you must do this first before I do this for you. That's not love.
If you are not getting something from, I don't feel if they are not getting something from a relationship, they will stay. So some people are just in relationship for the material things there.
Okay, so you think there's a price tag? Okay, so you think there's a price tag attached to love in this generation?
Yeah. Everybody, they have to gain something. Most of my friends, they are not in a relationship for anything, but for what they are gaining there.
I mean, don't you think it's based on the experience they've had with other relationships?
Yeah, that's true, Sha. Some, they are always backstabbed and they are always taken for granted because they love too much. So every one of them, they're just going to relationship for what they're getting.